Fans, once again, good evening and welcome to Ben Davis High School. As is a Ben Davis High School tradition, for the first home game of the season, we will take a moment to honor those who have served in the past and those who are presently serving in our armed forces. With those who have served or are currently serving in our armed forces, please stand at this time. Fans, please give them a nice round of applause. Now, if you would direct your attention to the north end of the stadium, the names of Ben Davis graduates who were killed in action will be read, and a flag will be placed in their honor by either a family member or a member of our ROTC. Corporal Walter E. Appleby, Medical Corps, United States Army, World War II.
20 seconds.
Kenneth Brock, George Company, 3rd Battalion, 5th Division, United States Marine Corps, Korean War, 1950.
10 seconds.
Being placed by Mr. Al Stout. Private Eugene F. Brown, United States Army.
Reynolds Body Shop, McNamara Florist, Red Cobra Wrestling, and the Avon Dental Center present Hendricks County Friday Night Football on AudioSportsOnline.com. Hello, everybody, and welcome once again to another exciting edition of Friday Night Football right here on WYRZ and AudioSportsOnline.com. I am your host, Marcus Fredwell, joining you from high atop the press box here at Ben Davis High School for tonight's contest between the visiting Avon Orioles and the host, Ben Davis Giants. Tonight's game is underwritten by Reynolds Body Shop, McNamara Florist, Red Cobra Wrestling, and Avon Dental Center. I'd like to thank all of our sponsors, and I also want to thank all of you out there in La La Land for joining us tonight. It feels good to have the headset on, and it feels even better to be back in the press box on a Friday night out here at Ben Davis High School. Once again, I am your host, Marcus Fredwell, and joining you live here on AudioSportsOnline.com. We want to thank you for joining us for tonight's contest between the visiting Avon Orioles and the home team, the Ben Davis Giants. Whether you're joining us live on AudioSportsOnline.com or several days from now via podcast, you should be in for quite a show this evening. Both teams came away with victories last week as Ben Davis beat Tech by a score of 49-7. BD was led on the ground by a trio of backs, including Johnny Adams, who ran 5 times for 113 yards and 2 touchdowns. Reese Taylor, who ran 4 times for 75 yards and a score, and also was 12 for 14 passing with 1 touchdown and 1 interception. And Joey Person ran 6 times for 73 yards and 3 touchdowns. The Orioles also won in dominating fashion last week as Cameron Meisner led his team to the 58-32 victory over Plainfield after going 16 of 20 for 375 yards and 6 touchdowns to 5 different receivers. Samson James was solid on the ground as well for Avon, running for 151 yards and 2 scores. Top receivers for the O's last week were Luke Shayatovich, who caught 5 passes for 72 yards and 1 touchdown, and Isaac Gurindo, who had 6 catches for 165 yards and 2 scores, including a 66-yard screen pass that he maneuvered his way into the end zone. These two have gotten together several times throughout the last 10 years, facing off in the regular season and sectionals in each of the last 3 seasons. The Orioles have achieved victory in only a single of those contests, and that was in 2015's sectional semifinal. However, all but 2 of those games have been won by 7 points or less, including last year's sectional championship, where the Orioles dropped one to the Giants by a score of 47-40. Now, in 2014, Ben Davis walloped Avon by 30, 57-27. Avon gave him a shot in the sectional championship that year, but dropped it 34-27. The following year, in the regular season, was an epic contest here at Ben Davis High School as Brandon Peters had a shootout with Ben Davis as quarterback at the time. And the final score was 49-42 on a late deflection interception by a defensive lineman who actually took it all the way to the house. It was an impressive play. But Avon got their revenge that year in the sectional semifinal, as that's the one we talked about where they took it 22-27. And that was the year Avon was a semi-state finalist, lost to Center Grove A real heartbreaking loss to that Center Grove game, but a real great Avon team that year beat Ben Davis 22-27 at Avon. The following year, which was last year, Avon took a beating by 31 in the second game of the season last year, and then again in the sectional last year. The Orioles played the Giants to a 7-point game. A 21-point third quarter had the Giants in control heading to the fourth, and even with that, the O's had a chance to tie it late in the game, but just couldn't quite get it done, and the Giants came out victorious. Now, in that game, Giants quarterback Reese Taylor was 21 of 29 for 249 yards and 3 scores and 1 interception. The running game is what controlled things for BD, though, as Joey Person, Johnny Adams, and Reese Taylor combined for 41 carries, 258 yards, and 3 touchdowns, and another rushing score.
Would you please stand and remain silent?
We will go to a quick moment of silence, followed by the national anthem. Back in a moment.
Ladies and gentlemen, would you please remain standing as the Ben Davis Marching Giants, under the direction of Mr. Dave Cole, play America the Beautiful.
And so as they play America the Beautiful, we'll let you listen to that in the background as we finish the pregame show here real quick. So, again, Reese Taylor combined with Johnny Adams and Joey Person last season for 41 carries, 258 yards, and 3 touchdowns. On top of that, the Giants' defense amassed 5 sacks of Cameron Meisner for a combined loss of 57 yards, and that truly proved to be the difference in that game, as Meisner had an otherwise solid performance, throwing for 315 yards and 4 touchdowns, and rushing for another score, making up all of the Oriole touchdowns on the evening. Shadovich had 9 grabs for 153 yards and 2 touchdowns that night, and Garindo was Mr. Big Play on that game, as he had only 3 catches, but took him for 162 yards and 2 scores, including a 77-yard strike. Now, I had a chance to talk with both coaches this week, and they were both happy with their Week 1 victories, but also very humble in praising the others. First, I talked with Coach Kirshner, and he was very complimentary of the Orioles. I asked him if he thought they could sustain the firepower that they had with several explosive scores and 49 first-half points last week. He responded by saying, "We will have to see if we can sustain it. Avon is a much better team than what we faced last week. Their defense is very quick and athletic, and it will be a tough task for us to keep it going." Next, I asked him how their defense would contain the monster that became Cameron Meisner last week, who in his last 2 games, including the sectional final versus Ben Davis last year and the season opener versus Plainfield, has thrown for over 700 yards and 10 touchdowns. Coach K noted, and I quote, "We saw Cameron twice last year and are very familiar with his abilities. We do not believe you can contain a quarterback of his talent along with the weapons around him, so we have to try to slow them down and hope they make some mistakes along the way that we can capitalize on."
During the national anthem, we ask that you please pay proper respect to our flag.
Now, please go out to the field right here as we listen to the national anthem.
Being quiet or singing along, standing at attention by removing your hat. We appreciate your support of Wayne Township values. At this time, singing our national anthem is Ben Davis High School choir students Jessica Duncan and Lauren Robinson.
such a beautiful rendition of patriotism out here at Ben Davis High School with the America the Beautiful, as well as getting after it with the national anthem. A beautiful rendition of the national anthem, might I add. And as you can see there, walking off the field right now is the color guard, the honored guard right there. It's like maybe some ROTC members, but very cool, very nice display here at at Ben Davis High School to recognize veterans and families of veterans alike. So really nice rendition there. Let's go ahead and finish the Coach Kirshner interview. Again, he said they saw Cameron Meisner twice last year, and they're very familiar with his abilities, and they don't believe that you can contain a quarterback of his talent along with the weapons around him. So we have to try to slow them down and hope they make some mistakes along the way that we can capitalize on. Next, I wanted to get a feel for how they expect to continue their solid rushing attack against this stout Avon defensive front. Now, Kirshner gave praise to the Oriole defense, once again saying their defense presents problems for us because their scheme is different than we usually face. They run a 3-3 stack, and they bring lots of pressure. If we can get our players to relax, settle down, and not panic, we hope we can sustain some drives, and we know that is going to be tough. Excuse me for the fumbling over my tongue there. Then we had a chance later to talk with Coach Bless later in the week, and Avon coach Mark Bless had some great things to say. The obvious first question when I talked to him was going to be about senior quarterback Cameron Meisner and his epic performance last week in Week 1. Coach Bless was very praising of the senior QB, saying Cameron had a very good game a very good season last year, and worked extremely hard in the offseason to develop his arm strength and improve his footwork. His hard work paid off last week. He performed at a high level and led our offense to the win. Then we moved to the other side of the ball. I mentioned how a rough first half defensively transitioned into a dominant second half on defense for the Orioles, and I wanted to know how hard it would be to sustain defensive success against an offense that had three guys combined last week for 275 yards and 6 touchdowns on just 15 carries. Now, Coach responded by saying last week our defense did make some nice adjustments for the second half, but if we break down and make a tackle on their first touchdown, that might have taken away some of their momentum. Their second and third touchdowns were very good offensive calls to catch us off guard. But we need to learn from our mistakes last week and try to improve. And you're correct. Ben Davis has some very explosive football players on offense. We will need to try to limit their big play capabilities and make open field tackles. We wrapped up the conversation by discussing the special teams play last week from the Orioles and how their ability to hold the Quakers inside the 30 on most kickoffs was beneficial in the victory. Coach was very happy but not satisfied. Our special teams play against Plainfield was pretty decent for the first game of the year. But, like we just talked about, Ben Davis has some very explosive athletes. We will need to stay in our pursuit lanes and break down to make tackles in the open field. 2 years ago against Ben Davis, our special teams didn't help us, and we gave away crucial field position several times. We'll have to execute our assignments on all of our special team units. Now, as you can see, both coaches are expecting a very tight contest, and they both have their teams more than prepared to get the win tonight. So let's see who can dot the T's and cross the I's this evening as we get ready to go here at Ben Davis High School. And I know I look forward to a great game this evening. Okay, so we have some bills to pay right now, so we'll take a quick break and have a few words from our sponsors. Then we'll get back to you live at Ben Davis High School for the starting lineups, national anthem, which we already had, and the opening kickoff for tonight's contest between the Ben Davis Giants and the Orioles of Avon High School. Reynolds Body Shop has been family owned and operated for 30 years, providing collision repair, They're located at 4325 West Washington Street in Indianapolis, just 4 stoplights east of 465. They're open Monday through Friday from 7:30 a.m. to 5 p.m. Learn more about them on the web at www.reynoldsbodyshop.com or by calling 317-243-2372. McNamara Florist has been in business since 1954 with 8 locations, including the Avon store on Rockville Road, and offer floral designs for various occasions. They are located at 9655 East Highway 36 in Avon and can be reached at 579-7900. Red Cobra Wrestling offers training sessions from Chad Red. They're located at 9233 East Highway 36 in Avon, across the street from Walmart and behind the sidelines in the red brick building. They offer sessions for all ages, including 3rd grade and under and 4th grade and up. Learn more at redcobrawrestling.com. Dr. Timothy Greer, DDS, and Dr. Chris LaFave of Avon Dental Center have been practicing in Hendricks County for over 20 years. Located in Avon's Beechwood Center area, just east of Ivy Tech. They're open Monday through Friday, although early morning hours on the weekends are available. More information is available by calling 317-272-8100 or at avondentalcenter.com. Okay, so that pays a few bills for the start of the game, and as you can see, the Ben Davis Giants are emerging onto the field out of the locker room, and it's just about that time as we prepare to get ready to go this evening. The Orioles are boasting a record of 1-0. Beat Plainfield last night, have Ben Davis tonight. They're at Hamilton Southeastern next week. Coach Mark Bless is 57-26 in his 8th year at the school, 206-93 overall in his 28th year coaching in the IHSAA. As for the Giants, Coach Mike Kirshner in his 11th year at Ben Davis is 82-36 and an impressive 96-62 in his 15th year overall coaching. They beat Tech again last week, 49-7. Again, they got Avon this week at home, and they're back home next week against Pike. So this is going to be a big one for both squads as they both look to move to 2-0 this evening. Starters for Avon on the defensive side of the football. Defensive end number 94, Matthew Brom. Nose guard number 90, Nathaniel James. Defensive end on the other side, number 88, Trey Howe. We'll also see Jaden Williams out there from time to time, number 95. Outside linebacker, number 47, Cameron Hubner. Middle linebacker, number 35, Spencer Strout. And outside linebacker, number 22, Connor Albert, are going to be names that you hear quite a bit tonight. Nathan Conley had a big week last week for the Orioles, as did Sammy Bullock. Jalen Peterson is the other corner. And then your 2 safeties are going to be Alex Griffith and Jacob Crosby. Look to see a little bit of Nicholas Gray tonight as well. So in the center of the field right now, looks like we're getting ready for the coin toss. The captains are shaking hands, and we're just about ready to go here on Audio Sports Online for some IHSAA Friday night football here at Ben Davis High School. Really looking forward to this one. As we told you, they've played 6 times in the past 3 years, once in the regular season, once in the postseason each year, and Ben Davis has taken 5 of those contests. Avon taking 1 in the sectional, Ben Davis taking the other 5. The captains for the Giants are number 64, number 1, number 43, and number 2. Number 2 is going to be Reese Taylor, the quarterback. Number 1 is going to be either Sir Zion Dance or Spencer Parker. And then we also have number 43. Now, some numbers on Ben Davis will double up because they have offensive and defensive players. They got so many players that 1 through 99 just don't get it done. They have over 115 players on the Ben Davis sideline. As you can see, their sideline is pretty much covered from 25-yard line to 25-yard line. So it looks like the Giants won the toss, and I believe they elected to defer to the second half, and they will kick it away. Moving from left to right on your computer screen, The Giants are dressed in purple uniforms with white pants, white helmets, white numbering. The Orioles are in all white uniforms with black numbers, with yellow trim, and black and gold helmets. So we are just about ready to get things going here on AudioSportsOnline.com. The Orioles will send Isaac Garindo and Samson James deep to return. Neither one of them got a chance to return one last weekend, as Plainfield spent the majority of the game kicking away from the two. So we'll see what happens here as we get ready to go here on Friday Night Football. AudioSportsOnline.com. Marcus Fredwell with you. Ben Davis gets a foot into it. It's a short kick, and it's going to bounce out of bounds at about the 25, and the Orioles will take over with excellent field position. So it's going to be 1st and 10 for Avon. They're going to take over at about the 35-yard line. So I'm flipping all the switches on my own tonight, folks. So be prepared for the camera to get lagged behind every once in a while. But I'm going to do my best to do it all on my own tonight. So Avon coming out. 2 receivers spread near side. It's Garindo on the top. Shea in the slot. Double tight. Handoff goes up the middle to Samson James. He gets forward, and he pushes the pile forward for a gain of about 5. Call it 5.5. It's going to be 2nd down and about 4.5 yards to go. Again, Cameron Meisner is going to be under center. Luke Shatovich and Garindo at the wideouts. Samson James at the tailback. The offensive line from left to right are Addison Batten, DJ Bowles, Jack Camp, Ryan Brodnick, and Alex Shoemaker. They got the double tight set in once again to the Orioles. James in the pistol formation with Meisner. Shea in motion, fakes the handoff to Shea, gives it up the middle to James, and he has about 3, and it's going to be 3rd down and short. Call it 2 from the Avon 43-yard line, we'll call it. Again, 3rd down and about 2 from the Avon 43. They got to get to the 45. Shayatovich spreads near side. Lozano is in the backfield in the H position. Garindo spread far side. Samson James dots the pistol in the backfield with Meisner. Hard count. Meisner hands off up the middle, and the play is blown dead. We're going to have encroachment, and Avon will get an easy 1st down here early. So a nice job of showing discipline by the Orioles, and they will pick up the 1st down. Really cool out here at Ben Davis. They've got the official mic'd up, so whenever they call a penalty, they can actually turn their mic on and get the play going. It's pretty neat to be able to hear that. It's like it really is like a college atmosphere out here at Ben Davis. They got the big stands. They're actually renovating their visiting press box, so we're over here on the home side. But here's the handoff up the middle. James, he's got some room, and he might go. He is 30, 25, 20, 15, 10, 5. Touchdown, Avon! A beautiful run right up the middle once again for the Avon Orioles. Samson James took it to the house from 48 yards out, and Avon's on top early, 6-0, with just over a minute and a half elapsed. Shayatovich will hold. Orioles set up in that same tilted formation that they ran last week with Samson James, and VD will not be fooled by it. So that is Justin Hydorn on the left-footed kicker. Shayatovich to hold. Hydorn a foot into it. Looks good, and it is. And the Orioles are now on top, 7-0.
Don't forget to visit the concession stands at the north end of the stadium. The BD Dads are running both the northeast and northwest concession stand. Check out the chicken kebabs, chicken wings, hot dogs, and ribeye.
Reynolds Body Shop has been family-owned and operated for over 30 years, providing collision repair. They're located at 4325 West Washington Street in Indianapolis, just 4 stoplights east of 465. They're open Monday through Friday from 7:30 a.m. to 5 p.m. Learn more about them on the web at www.reynoldsbodyshop.com. Back here on Audio Sports Online, the Giants will send 3 men deep to return. Looks like Joey Person's going to be at the top of the field. It's going to be Elijah Ball back there as well with Jermaine Hoskins. And Justin Heidorn kicked it deep into the left, or excuse me, he hits a hook, so it would be deep into the right, be at the top of your screen here, a bunch last week. And we'll see what he decides to do here. He kicks it deep. It's going to be taken by Person at about the 5. Person gets forward, and he's got a lane. He gets forward at the 25, and he could go. He's at the 45, the 50, the 40, the 30, 20, 10, 5, and brought down, touchdown. Now, we talked about it with Coach Bless, and we knew it was going to be a factor. The Orioles had to get stops on the special teams, and you could see the pursuit lanes were just not there on that one, unfortunately. And Coach Bless is going to be ripping that one apart in the film room on Monday, as that was an unfortunate turn of events for the Orioles. And it looks like the Giants are going to go for 2 here. Now, the Giants used 3 different place kickers last weekend. So it may be a situation where they're not happy with the current place kicker. It's tough to tell. They're going to go swinging gate here. And, Reese Taylor's going to run in. Reese Taylor's just going to run in the end zone because the Orioles weren't paying attention. Reese Taylor goes right down the middle. And I mean, you could see it happening before it happened. Every single one of the Oriole defenders went out to the right, and one of them stayed back. Unfortunately for the Orioles, that was a miscommunication, and you can see over there on the sideline in the huddle, Coach is talking about it, as the Orioles just weren't prepared for that. Yeah, the guys in the press box just made a great point. That's what the Colts were trying to do last year, but they had their, 4th-string cornerback trying to snap it, and he snapped it to their 9th-string wide receiver, and nothing good happens when that happens, when those 2 guys are on the field at the same time. So the Oriole defense gets to spend very little time on the field, and now the Giants will look to kick it away.
Kicking off for the Giants, 37, Isaac Torres.
They're kicking from a different hash. I can't tell you if it's another kicker here. It's number 37, Isaac Torres, a left footer, so it is a different kicker, and he'll kick it deep. And he'll be taken at the 2 by Samson James, and he looks to get a seam as well. But a great job of coverage there by the Giants, and James is taken down at the 24. That was number 26 on the tackle, and we'll say that's Dalton Duncan. A great play by the outside linebacker, senior, coming up to make a tackle. So the Orioles will take over, 1st and 10 from their own 25-yard line. Isaac Garendo in the slot near side with Luke Shayatovich. Cameron Meisner in the pistol once again with Samson James behind him. Lozano's the tight end near side. And for the Orioles, that's number 97, the tight end on the far side. That is Luke Martindale. And Meisner fakes the hand. No, he hands it off up the middle, and James gets tripped up in the backfield after about a 2-yard gain. He gets forward. 43 on the tackle was Keelan Laws, and the Orioles will have it 2nd and 8 here. One of the neat things about being at a place this close to the airport is you always get to see the airplanes flying in and out of the Indianapolis International Airport, and I'm still a kid at heart, and I love airplanes. So Garrido near side, Shea on the far side, pistol formation with James in the backfield. Lozano's the H-back. Meisner takes the snap, hands it off to James again. He gets forward again, and it looks like he's going to have about 6 here, or maybe 4 here as he gets out to the 31. It's going to be 3rd down and about 4 yards.
Ron Emerson on the tackle for Ben Davis.
want to thank all the folks here at Ben Davis for setting us up with a nice spot. It's a beautiful press box once again out here. A lot of construction going on across the way. A budding community here. So Luke Shayatovich in the slot near side. Garindo is going to be on the near side, spread out. It looked like it was close to having the Giants jump off sides again, but no luck for the Orioles as they'll lose yards on the play. And now they'll bring on the senior punter Mason Stemler to kick it away. Excuse me, the junior punter Mason Stemler to kick it away. Ethan Warren, long snapper, will look to get it back successfully to Stemler, who stands about 12 yards, 13 yards back. And, oh, man, not good for the Orioles. They got to call a timeout. I believe they were missing somebody on the field. And, yep, Samson James is running on the field now. And an unfortunate mishap there for the Orioles as they had to waste a timeout early on. Let's hope that doesn't come back to haunt them. But since they're going to take a timeout, guess what? That means we are too. Back in a moment. McNamara Florist has been in business since 1954 with 8 locations, including the Avon store on Rockville Road. And they offer floral designs for various occasions. They're located at 9655 East Highway 36 in Avon and can be reached at 579-7900. Number 10 back deep for the Giants, Keyshawn Tunstall. I believe I heard that he is IU bound. Stemler gets the snap, a good snap from Warren. Stemler gets it away, and it's going to take a good Avon bounce for a second and roll out of bounds at the 46, and that's where the Giants will take over for their first offensive possession. Not the first time they've touched the ball, because the first time they touched the ball, Joey Person took a kickoff, 96 yards for a touchdown. But now the Orioles will have to pick it up defensively, as they're going to have the Giants are going to have pretty good field position. Again, the Orioles in a 3-3-5 stack defense. It looks a little bit like a 3-4, but there's going to be like a safety that's kind of a rover type position. They play 2 strong safeties. One of them really kind of guards the slot receiver. But here's Reese Thomas with, I can't tell which back that is in the backfield with him yet, but Reese Thomas, 2 receivers far side, 2 receivers near. Sends a man in motion, fakes the handoff, looks near side for the screen pass, has a man, hits him. He gets forward for about 3 yards before he's taken down on the play. Number 13 on the catch was Brock Thompson. Number 11, Jalen Peterson on the tackle. And the Giants will go quickly. 3 receivers spread out to the far side, 1 to the near. 1 man in the backfield with Thomas. Fakes the handoff, looks forward, and the run pass option gets him forward nicely. A nice pass there to Jermaine Hoskins. And the Giants will look to go quickly again. 2 receivers spread out to the far side, 2 to the near side. Reese Taylor in the backfield with his running back. Shotgun formation. Running back flanks him to the right. Reese Taylor hands it off up the middle this time. His running back's hit once, bounces off a tackle, still gets forward for about 4. And is just short. That's Johnny Adams on the carry. And the Giants will go quickly once again. Near side are Brock Thompson and Jermaine Hoskins. 2 receivers at the top of the field. Near side come in motion is Keyshawn Tunstall. Handoff up the middle goes to number 14, Adams, and he fights through a couple tackles, and he's got a first down. So here come the Giants once again, quickly, trips near side. 1 receiver alone at the top of the field. Taylor looks to the left, now rolls back right, looks, has a man on the corner route, and can't quite get him. That was number 10 that he was looking for, Keyshawn Tunstall. And a deep ball for Taylor, can't quite make a connection. And it's going to be 2nd and 10 now for the Giants. quickly they go once again. 3 receivers to the near side. It's Tunstall along with Hoskins and Thompson. Tunstall in motion. Handoff up the middle to Adams. And he gets forward once again for a decent gain. Give him 6 on the carry. Call it 3rd down and 4 here.
On the tackle for Avon. Brings it 3rd down for Ben Davis.
Brent Harris alone at the top of the field. Adams in the backfield with Taylor. Tunstall, Thompson, Hoskins spread out to the right side. And a quarterback draw up the middle. Reese Taylor looking for some room. And the Oriole defense is going to be stout and hold up on 3rd down. It's going to be 4th down and about 1.5 yards. And I have very little doubt in my mind that the Giants are going to go for it here. They'll bring in the running back, Delbert Mims, who had several carries in short yardage situations last week. He led the Giants in carries, surprisingly enough, with 9 last week. Because as we mentioned, the other 3 backs combined for 15 carries and 6 touchdowns and like 280 yards. Taylor takes the snap, fakes the handoff, rolls out, looking, and he's going to have a 1st down and more. Cuts back at the 10, and he gets ahead to about the 6. What a play-action fake there. It was, for the Orioles, it was, let's see, that was number 90. Nathaniel James was in the backfield, the sophomore, had a look at the quarterback, but the play-action fake fooled everybody, including the cameraman on that one. So, slotted pistol here. Handoff goes up the middle to Adams. Adams stiff arms a man, and he is brought down at the 2 with some force for the Orioles by number 33, Camden Morrell, who, again, was their leading tackler last year. Slotted left pistol this time. Taylor up the middle to Adams. Adams gets forward. I think he's going to be short. Oh, he's given the touchdown. The guy on the far side, who was the farthest person away from the play, called that one, but give him the touchdown as the Giants take an early lead by 14-7 now, and they're going to go for 2 once again. Let's see if the Orioles can figure out what they're going to do this time. Much better. It's going to be the swinging gate once again. Reese Taylor will take the snap, pass it out to the left side to a screen. That's Tunstall, and he'll get in there on the swinging gate pass. And the Orioles trail now by a score of 16-7. Quick message, back in a moment, audiosportsonline.com. Red Cobra Wrestling offers training sessions from Chad Red. They're located at 9233 East Highway 36 in Avon, across the street from Walmart and behind sidelines in the red brick building. They offer sessions for all ages, including 3rd grade and under and 4th grade and up. Learn more at redcobrawrestlingacademy.com. So that swinging gate formation right now for the Giants is really doing numbers for them. I wouldn't be surprised if they come out on 1st and 10 from the 20 next time and run that formation. It is a tough formation to defend because they spread two receivers to the near side. Their whole offensive line goes to the left. Their center's there with their quarterback. You got to decide who you're going to cover, and the Giants force you to make that decision. And we have a formation like that called polecat, and another kickoff out of bounds. The Orioles will get good field position again at the 35. This time the kickoff was from Vicente Torres. I'm going to go ahead and go out on a limb and assume that Isaac and Vicente are of relation of some type. I don't know. They don't know. All right, 2 receivers split out to the near side. Shea in the slot. Garendo all the way on the bottom. And then shotgun formation for Meisner. Orioles looking deep. Meisner has Garendo, throws it up, and it's tipped away. A brilliant play by the Ben Davis Giant secondary. Coming up on defense were the cornerback. Number 4 was a Nicholas Brown, and then number 3 also on the play, Elijah Ball. So the Orioles spread out again. This time they're going with a really heavy formation. They've taken Shea off the field. Garindo is the top of the field. Meisner has the pistol formation. Going to hand it off up the middle to James. James looking to get ahead and does so for about 3, call it 4 yards. It's going to be 3rd and 6. A very, very highly skilled Ben Davis team right now has given the Orioles some trouble up front.
Brings up 3rd down.
So 3rd down and 6 here for the Orioles. And they'll split out Garindo to the far side. Double tight again. Martindale near side. Lozano far side. James is in the backfield with Meisner. Handoff this time to James on the sweep, and he stiff arms a man at the 40 and gets away again for an impressive gain, and he's forward to the 45 for a 1st down. Lots of linemen on the field that time for the Orioles, as they had they had 3 tight ends on the field, 3 tight ends on the field, but now they bring in the spread formation. Zion Davis on the far side in the slot, Heaton on the top of the field and spread out. Garindo near side slot with Shayadovich at the bottom. Garindo in motion, gets the handoff, jet sweep. Garindo looking to get around the edge at the 45, breaks a tackle. Oh, but he slips up. He lost the edge there and got taken down at about the 43, but a decent gain, and it's going to be 2nd and about 6.5 for the Orioles. Nice little run there by Isaac Garindo as the Orioles using a little bit of misdirection to gain some yardage there. Different approach for the Orioles as they will huddle it up most of the time. So Garindo and Heaton will stack near side. Shayadovich and Zion Davis will stack far side with Samson James in the backfield with Meisner. Snap is back. Meisner looking to pass. Looking, has Luke Shayadovich, has a step on his man, and just over the outstretched hands of Shayadovich. He got a fingertip on it, but couldn't quite come up with the catch there. So that'll bring up 3rd and 7 for the Orioles with about 3:02 to go here in the 1st quarter.
Brings up 3rd down.
So that'll bring up 3rd down and 7 for the Orioles at the 41 of the Giants. 3 receivers spread out to the near side. Garindo stacks with Shea in the slot. Zion Davis on the bottom. Top of the screen is Robbie Heaton. Meisner drops back to pass. James stays in the block. Looking, has Garindo, gets forward, and I don't think he's going to be there. He's going to be close, though. He's going to be taken down at about the 37, and it'll be 4th and short, and the Orioles will bring on the heavy formation again.
Samantha Johns on the tackle for the Giants brings up 3rd down.
So part of the punt team started to run on, but coach called them back, and here we go with a 4th down and short. Avon will be going for it here. Look for a hard count possibly. Tight end to the near side. Handoff up the middle to James. He looks, and he got it. He got a 1st down. That's good for an Oriole 1st down. Nice run there. Good play call for Coach Bless and the Oriole staff. And now the spread formation will come back in. Robbie Heaton, Zion Davis, Luke Shadovich, Isaac Garindo all come onto the field. Samson James remains in the shotgun with Meisner. Shadovich and Garindo stack at the top. In the slot, Zion Davis at the top of the field. Robbie Heaton at the near side. Meisner dropping back. Looking. Has Shayadovich on the out route. Oh, we got lucky there as that ball tipped off of Shayadovich's fingers. and hung up in the air for what seemed like a day before it hit the ground. So that'll bring up second down and about 10 yards to go. Garindo in the far slot with Shayadovich. Zion Davis at the top of the screen. Jalen Peterson on the near side. We saw him get hit for a 60-yard touchdown last weekend. Meisner takes the snap. Steps up, looking deep for Peterson, and Peterson has to play defense. Oh, no, it becomes a touchback. That's an interception for Cameron Meisner. He threw it up looking for Peterson. I told you before the play, Peterson hit for a big score last week, but then Nicholas Brown came up with the pick in the end zone, and the Orioles will give up possession at the 20-yard line.
As a reminder, our Northwest and Northeast concession stands are being operated by our Ben Davis Fans Organization. Don't forget your ribeye steak sandwiches, hot dogs, kebabs, and chicken wings. Thank you for your continued support of the BD Dads Organization. 1st and 10 for the Giants.
All right, so the Giants will take over 1st and 10. 2 receivers spread out on either side of the formation. Reese Davis takes the snap, dropping back to pass. Looking deep, he's got a man and he hits him. He stops and he cuts and he's looking to get some more yards at the 41, call it the 39-yard line. And the Giants have a big gain on that one. That was that Johnny Adams on? No, that was number 13. That was Brock Thompson on the reception there. Now the Giants will look to go quick. They got Mims in the backfield. 3 receivers at the top of the field. 1 to the near side is Thompson. Reese Taylor calls out his count. Gets the snap, dropping back to pass again. Looking, stepping up in the pocket. Now he'll run with it. He's got some room, and he's looking to get around the outside of the Oriole defense, and he does. And he gets it down inside the Oriole 20 at the 15, and that'll be a 1st down for the Giants. This is a very skilled Ben Davis Giant team here, as the Orioles are struggling to find their groove on both sides of the football right now. The Giants will have it 1st and 10 in the red zone once again. 3 receivers near side, 1 to the top of the field. Reese Taylor in the backfield has, I believe that's Johnny Adams with him. Might be Person, might be somebody else. Yeah, that's Adams. Taylor flushed from the pocket, looking to get away, and he does. Breaks away again and just steps out of bounds at the 5, where he's going to be close to another Ben Davis 1st down. Giants are inside the 10 with a 1st and goal here. Adams and Mims in the backfield with Taylor. 1 receiver near side, 2 to the far. Taylor calls out his cadence, gets the snap, hands off to Adams. Adams is ripped down in the backfield, and his helmet gets ripped off. So he'll have to take a play off.
On the tackle for Avon initially.
Number 88 in there for the Orioles is Trey Howell on the stop. And the Giants will spread it out again. 2 receivers to the near side, 2 to the top of the field. Reese Taylor with Mims in the backfield. Taylor calls the cadence, gets the snap, looking for the wheel, looking in the end zone, and his receiver was looking for it up the field a little bit more, and he threw it towards the sideline. So an incomplete pass, and it's going to be 3rd and goal now. So the Orioles looking to get a big stop here. We've pretty much already seen that the Giants aren't going to kick very much tonight unless they score. So we probably won't see a field goal kicker come down here on 4th. So look for this to be 4-down territory for the Giants. Look for the Orioles to have to come up with 2 big stops here. Taylor takes the snap, looking, has a man on the slant. Oh my goodness, what a catch. Jermaine Hoskins on the slant route comes up with a nice catch, and the Giants will go for two once again. Let's see if they run that swinging gate out there once again. And they will. Let's see if the Orioles have it figured out yet. I think they're going to throw it out to the... Oh, they got a man going in motion, and they go off sides. Yeah. So now, not only can they score on you, but they can also trick you with a free 5 yards, and they'll bring it to the 2, the 1.5, call it, and a half the distance to the goal penalty. And now I'm kind of eager to see what the Giants are going to do. So the Giants have come out in a more of a standard formation this time. 2 receivers spread to both sides. Adams in the backfield with Taylor. Taylor's going to go under center now, and he's going to go for the QB sneak. He is wrapped up for the Orioles. I was going to say they ought to blow the whistle sometime to save the kid, a little bit of pressure. But this time the Orioles stop the 2-point conversion, so they keep it a 2-score game there as they now trail by a score of 22-7. And the Ben Davis Giants are in control early here, but the Orioles are not down and out yet. We'll go to a quick message and be back in a moment on AudioSportsOnline.com. Dr. Timothy Greer, DDS, and Dr. Christopher LaFave of Avon Dental Center have been practicing in Hendricks County for over 20 years. Located in Avon's Beechwood Center area, just east of Ivy Tech, they're open Monday through Friday, although early morning weekend hours are available. More information is available by calling 317-272-8100 or at avondentalcenter.com. So Isaac Garindo will be back deep to receive on the near side of the field with Samson James on the far side of the field. And the kick is going to go away. It's a short, low one, and it's going to go right to Garindo. He's taking it at the 9. Garindo has it. He gets forward. He gets around a man, and he looks to break it. He's at the 40 down to the 44, and another great job of getting good field position for the Orioles special teams. And it'll be
Isaiah Miller on the tackle for the Giants.
That makes it first down and 10 for the Orioles at the 42. All right, so the Orioles will double stack the slot again with Garindo and Shayatovich. Heaton near side. Lozano by himself on the far side. James in the backfield. Takes the handoff. Meisner fakes the pass. And James has some room again. He gets knocked down at about the 45-yard line of the Giants, but not until he's got enough for an Avon Oriole first down. And that'll do it for the first quarter here as the Orioles trail by a score of 22-7. Back in a moment, AudioSportsOnline.com.
That is the end of the first quarter with the score Ben Davis 22, Avon 7. Please direct your attention to the track as we like to introduce your 2017 Ben Davis Fall Varsity Cheerleaders. Naya Fox, Victoria Suggs, Deshae Riviera, Brooklyn Aiken, Peyton Miller, Trinity Lee, Mania McIntyre, Taylor Martin, Reagan Lewis, Aubrey Fain, Jordan Pitts, Ashley Aiken, and our seniors this year, Fredeja Jones, Debbie Carter, Alexis Beck, Kiera Thornton, from Manny Jensen, your 2017 Fall Varsity Cheerleaders.
All right, so to start the second quarter, the Orioles will double stack the slot on the far side. Heaton, top of the field. Near side is Lozano by himself again. Samson James in the backfield, flanks Meisner to his right. Meisner going to drop back to pass, looking. He's got Shayatovich, and it's right through his hands. And Luke is not happy with himself right there, as he knows he could have caught that one. And I'm sure, Drew, you're watching out there in Knoxville right now saying, come on, brother, make that catch for me. Shout out to Drew Shayatovich, who's probably listening to us in Knoxville right now. That's Knoxville, Tennessee, folks. Same formation. Meisner takes the snap, looking. Screen pass set up, and he's got some blockers. Samson James, he could take it. He's going to get taken down at the 17, but not until he's got enough for an Oriole first down. Nice run there after the catch by Samson James. A great play call as the Giants were getting a lot of penetration, but the Orioles catch him off guard with the screen, and that'll give him a first down in the red zone. Far side of the field is the double stack slot with Heaton at the top of the field. Lozano again on his own on the near side. Samson James in the backfield with Meisner. Meisner dropping back, looking in the corner to Garendo. He's got him. It's going to be a touchdown. There's a flag down. Let's see. It's in the area of an illegal contact. There was no rubbing going on because the receivers were stacked. And Luke Shayatovich, the captain, saying it's on the Giants. Defensive pass interference will be declined. The Orioles will take the touchdown, and that's going to make it 22-13. Justin Heidorn on to kick the extra point with the left boot. Ethan Warren to snap. Luke Shayatovich to hold. Again, Heidorn to put the left foot into it. Snap is back, hold is down, kick is up, and it looks good, and it is. Orioles now trail by a score of 22-14, right back in this ball game, and now the special teams has to figure out how to keep the Giants in bad field position. We'll do a quick read, be back in a moment. Reynolds Body Shop has been family-owned and operated for 30 years, providing collision repair. They're located at 4325 West Washington Street in Indianapolis, just 4 stoplights east of 465. They're open Monday through Friday from 7:30 a.m. to 5 p.m. Learn more about them on the web at www.reynoldsbodyshop.com or call them at 317-243-2372. All righty, so the Orioles will look to kick it away once again. Heidorn gets the left foot into it, kicks it deep and toward the corner, and that one's going to go flying out of bounds, and that will be good field position this time for the Ben Davis Giants. Honestly, not a terrible decision there by the Orioles, as the last kickoff they kicked deep was taken all the way to the house, 96 yards for a touchdown. So 35-yard line is not the worst possible position you could be in here. Oh, the Giants are going to make the Orioles kick it again here, which is pretty smart move in my opinion, by the special teams coach of the Giants, as once you take one back 96 yards, you got to believe you can take another one. Again, a beautiful facility here at Ben Davis. The IU Health Turf. You see the MIC logo, the Mid-Indiana Conference. the big Giants across the center of the field. Just a high class program here. And Heidorn will get another left boot into it. Kicks it high and short this time, and it'll be taken at the 20, but it's fumbled, and it's going to be great. A great break for the Orioles as they will take the Ben Davis Giants back about 6 to 8 yards, make it 11 yards further than they would have had to receive from. They would have had to take over from, and it's going to be 1st down and 10 for the Giants at their own 24-yard line, but they haven't had a whole lot of trouble moving the ball yet. So look for the Orioles to try to switch something up and make it a little bit more difficult. So we got one receiver near side, trips to the top of the field. Adams in the backfield with Taylor. Taylor will take the snap, looking for the bubble screen. He's got Tunstall, and is wrapped up and taken down. It's either a block in the back or a face mask. Yep, illegal block in the back is going to be called on the Giants. The Orioles will have to decide whether to take the result of the play or push him back another 5 yards. And they'll push him back, and that'll make it 1st and about 15 for the Giants inside their own 20-yard line. Blocking the back. So that pushes the Giants back inside their own 15 at the 13-yard line. And that's where they'll have it, 1st and 20. Trips near side. Taylor with Adams in the backfield. One receiver to the top of the field. Taylor calls the cadence, takes the snap, hands it off to Adams on the counter, and Adams is wrapped up by that stout defensive front. And if you want one Oriole, you're going to have to take them all because they are all coming after you. And a nice job of gang tackling there by the Orioles. It's going to make it 2nd, and we'll call it 19. Real important here for the Orioles to keep the long down and distance. We had a quick on-the-field officials timeout for a shoe tying. And now Taylor will take the snap. He's looking deep. He's got a man, and oh no, that's a big play for the Giants. He had his slot receiver there on the play. That was Jermaine Hoskins coming up with a big catch there, and Reese Taylor threw a beautiful ball to find his receiver. And the Giants will go quick again. Trips to the top of the field. Adams is in the backfield with Taylor. Near side of the field is Brock Thompson. Reese Taylor calls the cadence, takes the snap, looking, has a man, throws it over the middle. He's got his man inside the 20 down to the 10. So the Giants are just moving right along, and there they go. They're going to run another play quickly. 2 receivers near side, 2 to the far. Adams in the backfield with Taylor. Just over 10 minutes to go. The Orioles trail 22-14. Taylor looking, and he's going to be wrapped up in the backfield for a sack. Beautiful play there for the Orioles by their defensive end. Coming up there was number 88, Trey Howe, with a big stop. And it's going to be 2nd down and about 13 from the Giant 14-yard line. The Oriole 14-yard line. And Reese Taylor, again, 2 receivers near side, 2 to the top of the field. Adams in the backfield. Taylor takes a snap, fakes the handoff, rolls out, gets away from some pressure. Wow, that is impressive. It is extremely impressive for Taylor to get away from that sack, as he had a chance. And that'll bring up third down at about 11. Coach calls in the signals from the sideline. Three receivers to the top of the field, one to the near side. Reese Taylor is in the backfield, or excuse me, Johnny Adams is in the backfield with Reese Taylor. Going to get close. Looks like it's going to be a delay of game. There were double zeros on the play clock. Yeah, and that's going to be a delay of game. That's going to make it even more difficult for the Giants to get inside the one for a first down. So, three receivers to the top of the field. Reese Taylor with Johnny Adams in the backfield, one receiver to the near side. Adams goes in motion. Taylor looking, steps up, another flag. It looked maybe yep. Oh, wow, offsides on Avon. So in high school, they blow the play dead immediately on anybody that crosses the line of scrimmage. So they'll blow the play dead immediately. They won't wait. They won't spend time checking to make sure that it went offsides. And with 8:27 to go in the first half, the Giants will take a timeout, and we'll do the same here and be back in just a moment on AudioSportsOnline.com. McNamara Florist has been in business since 1954 with 8 locations, including the Avon store on Rockville Road, and offer floral designs for various occasions. They're located at 9655 East U.S. Highway 36 in Avon and can be reached at 317-579-7900. Red Cobra Wrestling offers training sessions from Chad Red. They're located at 9233 East Highway 36 in Avon, across the street from Walmart and behind sidelines in the red brick building. They offer sessions for all ages, including 3rd grade and under and 4th grade and up. Learn more at redcobrawrestlingacademy.com. All right, so it's going to be 3rd and 11, but this is 4-down territory most likely for the Giants, as again, we haven't seen them place kick anything all night. Reese Taylor, the quarterback, with Adams in the backfield. 3 receivers to the top of the field, one to the near side. Taylor looking. He's flushed from the pocket. He's going to have another touchdown. Reese Taylor is running like a man possessed this evening, as anytime you flush him from the pocket, he gets up in there and gives himself a chance to score. He has just an incredible amount of athleticism. And now the Giants will bring on the kicking team for the first time tonight. And let's see who that is for the Giants. Number 37. That's going to be one of the Torreses. And the Orioles will come after this one. Snap back, hold is down, kick is up. It's almost blocked, but it's through. And that's going to be good for number 37, Isaac Torres, the left-footed kicker. Kicks it through the uprights. And the Orioles now trail by a score of 29-14 with about 8:20 to go in the first half. So the Giant kick team is out there. The ball is on the far side hash mark. This time they've got kicker number 83, Zach Fox, in there to kick it away. Fox kicked the pooch kick last time. So look for this ball to go somewhere around the 35 or 40-yard line. And he'll get a foot into it. It gets up, and it's going to be taken at the 30 and fair caught by the Orioles right there at the 30-yard line by number 22,
Replacing Amir Pendleton.
And that was Amir Pendleton. No, that's actually going to be Connor Albert on the fair catch there. So the Orioles will take over, 1st and 10 from the 29.
1st and 10 from the 29-yard line.
Two receivers to the top of the field. Lozano, the H back in the backfield. Garendo near side. Samson James flanks Meisner. Meisner takes it, hands it off to James up the middle, gets forward, and has about 5 on the carry. Give him 5, call it 2nd down and about half of the markers. You can see those down markers across the field, indicating where the Orioles have to get to about the 39-yard line. So Meisner with Samson James in the backfield. Two receivers near side are Shayadovich and Heaton. Garendo alone on the far side. Lozano the tight end. Meisner dropping back to pass, looking over the middle. Flushed out, and he's got Lozano. Lozano at the 40, now the 45. Breaks a tackle towards the 50 and gets forward for an Orioles 1st down. A nice job there by Meisner of backing away from the rush and finding his tight end wide open across the middle of the field for a 1st down across the 50-yard line at the 49. 3 receivers spread near side. Garendo and Shea double stack in the slot. Heaton at the top of the field. Lozano near side by himself. Samson James stays in to block. Meisner looking over the middle. Has Garendo just off of his outstretched hand. Can't quite get him. As a nice pass there from Cameron Meisner. Just a bit too far. But a nice job of sitting there in the pocket. Taking the pressure, stepping up, and making a pretty decent throw. But just unfortunately couldn't square it away right there. And the Orioles will go with Shayadovich on the far side in the slot. Heaton at the top of the field. Lozano, the tight end, on the far side. Garendo near side, spread out. Samson James gets the fake handoff, pass up the field to Garendo, and oh no, he fumbled it. Oh no, Orioles had a 1st down, and Isaac Garendo got cleaned out from over the middle from the safety. And you know, that was honestly a good football play, but it's one of those calls that with the new NFL you'll see, and the new college football you'll see, you know, targeting and unnecessary roughness and stuff like that called. But really all that is just a guy playing really hard football and making a good contact hit. And a nice play there, unfortunately for the Orioles, but a nice play there by the Giants. Orioles were driving with 7:07 to go and just couldn't quite push it across. Now there's 3 receivers to the top of the field, 1 to the bottom. Adams in the backfield with Reese Taylor. Taylor, hard count, looking, swing pass to his running back Person, and there's somebody blocking downfield for Person, and he gets forward to about the 38. It's going to be 2nd down and about 3. Adams back there in the backfield this time with Taylor. 2 receivers near side, 2 to the top of the field. Snap is back, handoff to Adams. Adams looking to get around the edge and does. Has a 1st down, looking for more, spins away from a tackle, and he's not taken down until he gets across the 50 at the 42-yard line of the Orioles. So trips near side. 1 receiver alone at the top. Adams flanks Taylor in the backfield. Taylor takes the snap. Rolls out near side. Looking in the corner. Has a man. Can't quite get it to Tunstall as that ball is knocked away. And Tunstall almost comes up with a big catch, but not quite.
2nd down for the Giants.
So now the Giants will take it. 2nd and 10 from the 42. Taylor looking to run pass option, and he's using his athleticism to get around the edge. And there's an official missing a big block in the back there on the near side. Y'all saw it there on the bottom of the screen. But Taylor gets forward for a gain of about 8, and it's going to be 3rd down and short. Taylor takes the snap, hands it off to Adams up the middle. Adams gets forward, breaks some tackles, and gets down to about the 22 for a 1st down. Orioles trail by 15 here with just over 6 minutes to go in the 1st half. Trips to the top of the field, one receiver near side. Handoff going to go to a man up the middle, and he gets forward to about the 15, call it the 14. And on that handoff that time was Tyquan Henderson. Came on the jet sweep.
Spencer Trout on the tackle for Avon. Brings up 2nd down for the Giants.
So Taylor going to hand it off again up the middle, this time to Adams. Adams gets forward, and he's got another 1st down for the Giants. Giants have been in the red zone 3 times tonight with 3 touchdowns. So Taylor takes the snap, drops back, looking for the wheel route, and it's intercepted by the Orioles. A wonderful play. I believe it was deflected, and the Orioles come up with the interception in the red zone. A huge play for the Avon Oriole defense, but unfortunately, if you're looking at the top of the screen, an Oriole limping off the field is Nicholas Gray, who's had several big plays tonight for the Orioles. But a 1st down now for Avon, and they look to turn it around. Near side of the field is Shayatovich in the slot. Heaton spread out. Isaac Garrindo spread out by himself on the top of the field. Samson James in the backfield. Lozano, the tight end, to the near side. Meisner takes the snap. Fakes the pass. He gives it off up the middle to Samson James, and James gets forward for about 1 or 2. Give him 2. Call it 2nd and 8.
Temple and Keelan Rawls on the tackle for the Giants. 2nd down and 8 for Avon.
So Meisner drops back to pass, has it to Garrindo, and he is upended by the safety on the play. And it's going to be close, but not quite a 1st down. Call it 3rd and 2. Coming up to make the hit defensively was Tyrese Crawford. And it's 3rd down for the Orioles. 2 receivers to the top of the field. Lozano, the H-back. Samson James in the backfield with Meisner, and it's going to be offsides. Good discipline for the Orioles, and they'll get a free 5 and a 1st down. During the halftime show, you'll get to listen to the stylings of the Ben Davis Giant marching purple and white. And it's going to be 1st down now for the Orioles. 2 receivers to the top of the field. Lozano, the H-back. Samson James in the pistol. Takes the handoff up the middle. Just bowls over the linebacker on that play. And James lowers his pad level and just slams into the hole. And again on the stop, though, it was Tyrese Crawford. So 3 receivers to the top of the field. Garindo and Shayadovich in the slot. Heaton top of the field. Lozano by himself on the near side. Handoff up the middle goes to Jabin Carter, and the play is blown dead for an illegal procedure before the snap can get off. Jabin Carter, an all-state track member of the Avon track team, the runner-up at the state tournament last year. Carter's got all kinds of wheels, as does his counterpart in the backfield, Samson James. So, same formation. Well, the Orioles will stack Shayadovich and Garindo at the top of the field in the slot. Heaton by himself at the top. Lozano by himself at the bottom. Jabin Carter in the backfield with Meisner. Meisner dropping back. Carter stays in to block. Meisner looking for Shayadovich, but just over his outstretched arms. And that'll bring up 3rd down and about 11.
Brings up 4th down for Avon.
So 3rd down,
Now 3rd down.
11 yards to go. Lozano in the far side slot. Shayadovich in the far side slot. Lozano now in the slot to the near side. All the way spread out. Garindo in the slot to the near side. Heaton. And the Orioles will have to take now their 2nd timeout, as they didn't like what they saw over there. So they'll take one. We'll take one. Back in a moment. AudioSportsOnline.com. Reynolds Body Shop has been family owned and operated for 30 years, providing collision repair. They're located at 4325 West Washington Street in Indianapolis, just 4 stoplights east of 465. They're open Monday through Friday from 7:30 a.m. to 5 p.m. Learn more about them on the web at www.reynoldsbodyshop.com or calling 317-243-2372. The McNamara Florist has been in business since 1954 with 8 locations, including the Avon store on Rockville Road, and offer floral designs for various occasions. They're located at 9655 East Highway 36 in Avon and can be reached at 317-579-7900. All right, so the Orioles this time will spread out Jalen Peterson to the far side, Luke Shayadovich in the slot, and Garindo near side by himself with Lozano as the far side tight end. Samson James in the backfield with Meisner. Meisner takes the snap, drops back to pass, steps up in the pocket, looking, flushes, gets ahead, and he's going to be just short of the 1st down there, as call it 4th and about 5. And the Orioles will bring on the punt team. Number 98 for the Giants, providing the rush there, forcing Meisner to leave the pocket, was Willie Irvin, the senior defensive end. And the Giants will send back deep to receive. I believe that's Tunstall deep. And Stemler on to punt it away. A nice snap from Warren. Stemler gets it away. A high booming spiral. And Tunstall will take it at the 32. Makes a break. Looking to get outside. And he's dropped for a beautiful tackle by number 47 for the Orioles. And that was Caden Hubner coming up to make a big play. A holding going to be called on the punt during the return, so that will force back that'll force the Giants back in the field of play down to about the 20. So give Stemler a 40-yard punt with a 50-yard net, as that one took the Giants back at their own 21-yard line. So the Giants will spread out 2 receivers to each side. Johnny Adams is in the backfield with Reese Taylor. Taylor takes the snap, passes near side, has a man. That's Thompson, I believe, and Thompson will get forward for about 7 or 8.
Thompson on the reception. Jalen Peterson first about bounds. Second down.
Going to be second down. About 5 yards to go, Handoff goes up the middle to Johnny Adams. He gets forward, he breaks the tackle, and he's going to get outside, and he could go at the 50, the 40, the 35, 30, 25, and he's brought down at the 20 with a touchdown-saving tackle by number 34 for the Orioles. Sammy Bullock coming up from his cornerback position. And this one's coming back, ladies and germs. So it's going to be a spot foul. Looks like a holding on the Giants. A brilliant run by Johnny Adams, called back now. And it's going to be second and short probably from where that penalty flag is. It's going to be second and about 2 or 3. From the 29-yard line of the Giants, it's going to be second and about 2. Just under 2 minutes to go here in the first half. 151, 29-14, the Giants lead it. The Giants will get the ball in the second half. Taylor spreads 3 receivers to the near side, 1 to the far side. Fakes the handoff, looking near side on the screen, has his man, makes a cut, breaks a tackle, and gets down to about the 40-yard line, and the Giants will go quick again. Tyquan Henderson on the catch and gain, and the Giants will look to go quickly. 2 receivers each side. Handoff goes up the middle to Person. Person breaks the tackle, gets forward, upended, but he is close to and has a first down.
Nathan Conley on the tackle for Avon. First down, Giants.
All right, so here we go again. 3 receivers top of the field, 1 near side. Bubbles pass to Adams, and incomplete pass. That was close to being a backwards pass, but no luck for the Orioles, as that'll bring up second down and 10 for the Giants. 1:24 to go in the first half. Orioles trail by a score of 29-14. Reese Taylor sends a man in motion. Hands it off up the middle to Person. Person gets forward, but he's dropped after a gain of about 5, call it 6. It's going to be third down and 4. Giants will go quickly. Look for them to run a similar play, just handing it off up the middle. Oh, this is a screen pass to Brock Thompson, and it'll be short of the first down as he is slammed down at the 47-yard line. Wow, that's a generous spot right there. And I believe the Giants will try to burn the clock down, burn it down. And there's 15 seconds on the play clock, and they're probably going to go for it here. Might try to draw the Orioles off sides. Reese Taylor looking to draw somebody off sides, and the Giants will end up calling a timeout. They'll take one, we'll take one. Back in a moment. AudioSportsOnline.com. Red Cobra Wrestling offers training sessions from Chad Red. They're located at 9233 East Highway 36 in Avon, across the street from Walmart and behind sidelines in the Red Brick Building. They offer sessions for all ages, including 3rd grade and under, and 4th grade and up. Learn more at RedCobraWrestling.com. Dr. Timothy Greer, DDS, and Dr. Christopher LaFave of Avon Dental Center have been practicing in Henry County for over 20 years, located in Avon's Beechwood Center area, just east of Ivy Tech. They're open Monday through Friday, although early morning weekend hours are available. More information is available by calling them at 317-272-8100 or at avondentalcenter.com. And here's the snap, trips formation. He has a man, it's Tunstall, and Tunstall gets forward. He's got a first down and more inside the 25, and that's going to be a first down. The Giants have to go quick, and they will. Two receivers far side, two to the near. Taylor drops back, looking, has a man, and Brock Thompson has somebody all over him. No penalty flag. And every single one of Ben Davis's, 16 coaches is not happy about that. Two running backs in the game now for the Giants. Person back there, as well as Johnny Adams. It's going to be Wildcat formation. Reese Taylor is in the slot. Person will take the snap. Oh, and it's a fumble. Fumbled, and he's going to have to fall on it about the 25, and that will probably run out the first half unless the Giants elect to throw one deep here on a Hail Mary, and they probably will. The ball's going to be spotted at the 35-yard line. The Giants take their last time out of the first half. So timeout's over. Both teams come out. Three receivers to the top of the field, one by himself at the bottom. Reese Taylor with Person in the backfield. Taylor drops back to pass, looking. He's going to have to throw it to the end zone. Looks to get it away, can't do it. And a sack for the Orioles on the last play of the first half. And the Orioles defense and coaching staff alike are thrilled with that stop. And that keeps it at a score of 29-14 at the end of the first half. We will take a break. Be back in a while on AudioSportsOnline.com for the second half of tonight's contest, where the Giants will receive the opening kick.
Ladies and gentlemen, for your halftime entertainment, we are proud to present your Ben Davis Marching Giants. Tonight, the Marching Giants will be performing their 2017 competition show. This year's show is titled The Missing. This evening, the band will perform their first movement, which includes Goodbye Blue Sky by Roger Waters and 1,000 Airplanes on the Roof by Philip Glass. The 2017 edition of Marching Giants features musical arrangements by Ben Hilton and Gary Rudolph. Ladies and gentlemen, the Ben Davis Marching Giants. The Ben Davis Marching Giants are under the direction of Patrick Van Arsdale. Gary Rudolph, Ken Collin, and Dave Cole. Guard director is David Crook. Program coordination by Greg Hagan. Drill design by Ken Collin and Greg Hagan. And music by Ben Hilton and Gary Rudolph. Drum majors are Cosette Hartman, Ashley Varnica, Jennifer Silva Duran, and Madison England. One more time, your Ben Davis Marching Giants. Here's some updates in other Ben Davis athletics. Our JV football team travels to Avon tomorrow morning. Kickoff is set for 10 a.m. Freshman football hosts Avon here at Giant Stadium at 10 a.m. Varsity volleyball will host a tournament with 6 other teams here at Ben Davis tomorrow morning starting at 9 a.m. Boys JV and varsity soccer host Tech Tuesday evening. The JV match begins at 5:30. And girls JV and varsity soccer on the road Monday playing at Pike. The JV match starts at 5:30. And the Lady Giants golf team travel to Lafayette tomorrow morning to play in the Hall of Fame Invitational at Purdue. Tee time is set for 9 a.m. Boys tennis hosts Covenant Christian next Wednesday starting at 5 p.m. And boys and girls cross country travel to Danville tomorrow morning to compete in the Danville Invite starting at 9 a.m. Good luck to all of our fall sports teams. Also a reminder, keep up to date with Ben Davis Athletics through Facebook and Twitter. Look for the Ben Davis Athletic Department Facebook page under Ben Davis Athletics and follow the Giants on Twitter at Giant Athletics. The Ben Davis High School Athletic Department would like to thank the following corporate sponsors this year. The Ben Davis Athletic Booster Club, Chapman Heating and Air Conditioning Incorporated, Pepsi Cola, Greens and Groomer Worldwide, the Indiana National Guard, Indiana University Health, Orthopedics and Sports Medicine, Scott Nichols, your local State Farm insurance agent, and the United States Army.
All right, sports fans, we're back for second half action, and the Orioles pooch one up here, and it is played by Mims at the 45. Orioles can't quite catch the Giants off guard here, and the Giants will have good field position at the 45-yard line. Very smart play there by the Giants returner Mims to call for the fair catch there. And the Giants will come quickly. Three receivers to the top of the field are Brock Thompson, Tunstall and Hoskins. And here's the handoff up the middle to Johnny Adams, and he gets forward for a good gain out to about the 48-yard line, where he'll have 2nd and 3. Giants will go quickly. Here comes a man in motion. A handoff's going to go to him, and it's going to be wrapped up, but he's got close to a first down. Hoskins on the carry. He's close to it, and I believe he's got the first down for the Giants. So we took a break at halftime. It's a long walk to the restroom from here. It's on the other side of the end zone, so had to go a little bit of a ways to get to the restroom. But now we're back. 2 receivers top of the field, 2 to the bottom. Person is in the backfield with Reese Taylor. Taylor will take the snap, looking to pass. Has a man right through his hands. A hard spiral there from Taylor. He was looking for Brent Harris and couldn't find him. So Taylor will take the snap, hand it off up the middle to Person this time, and Person is pulled down by a host of Oriole tacklers. And that'll bring up 3rd down for the Giants. Johnny Adams back into the game. Hoskins, Tunstall, Thompson, far side. Brent Harris, the near side by himself. Taylor hands up the middle to Adams, and Adams is going to be close. Looks like he's got another first down. And the G-men will go quickly once again. Also 13, Nathan Conley. 3 receivers top of the field, 1 by himself on the near side. Taylor with Adams in the backfield. Taylor rolls out, giving chase. Ooh, and he has it to Tunstall, and Tunstall will have a catch and another first down. So the Orioles are struggling to make some stops right here as the Giants are coming up with some very smart offensive calls right now, unfortunately. The trips this time is to the near side with Tunstall and Hoskins in the slot. Thompson at the bottom of the field. Harris at the top of the field. Mims gets the handoff up the middle from Taylor, and Mims is going to be stopped after a gain of about 2, and that will bring up 2nd down and 8. So here come the Giants once again. Taylor hands it off up the middle, this time to Adams. Adams being patient, finds a hole. He's at the 10, the 5, and that's good for another Giants touchdown.
Johnny Adams with the 18-yard touchdown run. Zach Fox took the extra point from the Giants, following 86, Ty Nibbs.
And Fox is on to kick this one away, and he'll get the kick up, and it is through. That's a good boot on that man. That is a sophomore, I believe, in number 83. Zach Fox is a sophomore, and he's got a boot in the future. That answers the age-old question, Mom, I want to play football. And Mom says, but you're too small, son. And I say, Mom, but I can be a kicker. And Fox gets it done with a big boot from a small man. A very impressive drive there from the Giants as it took them very little time to score. A minute 53 seconds elapsed, and it's a 36-14 lead now for the Giants. The Orioles have some fighting back to do now. And there's that that Giant kickoff song once again. As the Giants Fox looks to get it away, he pooches it, and it's fair caught at the 31. Once again by number 22. That's that is not him. There it is. The Orioles will take over 1st and 10 from their own 31, and they're going to need to score quickly here in order to put a little bit of pressure on the Giants. Shayatovich and Garindo stacked to the far side. Near side stack are Davis and Heaton. Meisner with Sampson in the backfield. Meisner takes the snap. Hands off up the middle to Sampson James. And he gets forward, gains about 4. And it's going to be 2nd and 6 for the Orioles. Sampson James has a very strong lower half. Until you see him up close, you don't really realize how big and thick he is for a running back, but he really is nice. Got a nice thick lower half. And here comes a jet sweep handoff to Garindo up the middle, and he's got no shot, as that was for about the 5th time in the backfield tonight was number 98, Willie Irvin, as that man has been all over the field tonight making plays, unfortunately there for the Orioles. And now the Orioles will split out 3 receivers to the top of the field with Shayatovich and Garindo in the slot. Heaton's on the near side. Zion Davis is the far side wide out. Sampson James in the backfield with Meisner. Snap goes back to Meisner. Meisner looking to pass over the middle. Has a man, but it is tipped away by the linebacker. That is Sir Zion Dance on the deflection. And a quick 3 and out for the Orioles will give possession back to the Ben Davis Giants. The Giants will send Brock Thompson and Kashawn Tunstall deep to receive the kick. So the Orioles bringing in an extra man to provide a little bit of extra protection on the punt. Snap is back to Stimler. It's a good snap. And another booming spiral for Stimler. Going to be taken by Thompson at the 45. He breaks a tackle. Gets forward down to the 40, down to the 35. And he goes out of bounds at about the 36-yard line. And that's where the Giants will have it, 1st and 10.
Giants will begin 1st and 10 from Avon's 37-yard line.
First and 10 for the Giants. 2 receivers to the top of the field are Adams and Tunstall. Near side are Hoskins and Thompson. Person is in the backfield with Reese Taylor. Taylor calls the cadence, takes the snap, fakes the handoff, has a man, is Brock Thompson over the middle, and it's short of the first down, but it's a gain of about 7. Make it 2nd down and 3.
2nd down for Ben Davis.
Both sides receive their signals from the sideline. Same formation for the Giants. Person in the backfield with Taylor. Adams comes in motion. And the fake handoff to Adams. There's a puller, and Person's got the edge. At the 20 and the 15. Inside the 10. Taken down at about the 7-yard line. So that's going to be good for another Giant 1st down.
1st and goal for the Giants.
And here come the Giants again. The slotted pistol here. 2 receivers near side, 1 to the far. Handoff goes up the middle to Adams. And he's wrapped up in the backfield. It'll be 2nd and goal.
Johnny Adams, the ball carrier. Nathaniel James initially on the tackle for Avon.
7:56 to go here in the third. 36-14, the Giants lead the Orioles here. And ladies and gentlemen, this is a very impressive Ben Davis Giants team. They've got athletes everywhere on the field. All 3 receivers are huge weapons. They've got 3 running backs that are huge weapons, and their quarterback, Reese Taylor, is a nightmare for defenses to have to game plan against. 2 receivers near side, 1 to the far, 2 running backs in the backfield. Taylor fakes the handoff. Play action, rolls out, has a man, and it's Tunstall wide open in the middle. And I believe the cornerback on the far side was Javen Carter, and I think he ran into the official. I couldn't see for certain, but Keshawn Tunstall ended up being wide open. And that'll bring on another PAT kicker. This time it is another one of the Torres. The right-footed Torres is going to get the kick away. And he might be a toe basher because he just kicked that pretty straight on. It went up and through. And now the Giants lead it by a big score of 31 points. 29 points. So the Orioles trail now by a score of 43-14. And at this point, if you're the Orioles, what you're trying to do is you're trying to get through this game with no injuries and no big, stupid mental mistakes, such as a personal foul or something like that. So the Orioles are really they're kind of reeling right now as the multi-faceted Ben Davis offense has been very successful so far. So here comes Fox in to kick this one away again. And he's going to get a boot into it. He kicks it short. And it's going to fly out of bounds at the 25. And the Orioles will have 1st and 10 from the 35. Want to apologize to all of you watching us on Audio Sports Online. I know the camera work has been less than satisfactory this evening. Sometimes that happens when you're by yourself. But, you know, I'm working to make it better as the night goes on. So the Orioles come out. 1 receiver to the near side, 2 to the far. Rosado in the backfield as an H-back. Samson James going to take the handoff from the pistol. Goes up the middle, gets forward. Gains about 3. And it'll be 2nd and 7. Laws with the tackle there for the Giants, and it'll be 2nd down and 7 for the Orioles. Orioles split out, same formation. Shayatovich in motion, gets the fake handoff. Samson James going to go with it to the right, and he can't get anything. But another penalty flag will fly, and let's see what this one's for. It's in the area of a face mask, maybe a helmet-to-helmet, something like that. I believe they'll march it off and move him. Oh, that was an illegal substitution. 3, 6, 9, 12 people on the field for the Ben Davis Giants on that play, and that cost them a big play of 15 yards. Two receivers near side, one to the far side. Lozano the near side tight end. Samson James in the backfield. Here's the pass away from Meisner to Garindo. Garindo upended, spun around, and he gets down to about the 30, and it'll be an Avon first down. So a little bit of momentum here for the Orioles. Cameron Meisner, a nice little pass there. And that was not Samson James in the backfield that time. For the first time tonight, we saw Earl Reynolds, a senior wide receiver. Oh, I'm sorry. Reynolds was spread out in the slot that time. But here we go. Shayatovich to the near side. Lozano, the H-back in the backfield. Martindale, the tight end. Samson James, the dotted pistol here. He's going to get the handoff as the Orioles love to run out of this formation. James goes forward, keeps his leg moving, follows his blocks, and he's getting closer. Give him 6 yards on the carry, and the Orioles are going to have a second down and 3 from just outside the 20-yard line.
Just a few more minutes left in tonight's 50-50 drawing. Be sure to get your ticket. 50-50 for ROTC.
Meisner going to take the snap in the same formation. Hands off up the middle to James. James patiently waits for a hole and gets close to the first down. He's going to be just shy. 3rd and 1 at the 21-yard line.
Anderson and Malik sit there on the tackle for the Giants. Brings up 3rd down.
3rd down, just over a yard to go. Ball spotted, 21-yard line. The Orioles have to get it to the 20. Meisner going to go under center. Quarterback sneak, and he's got it, and a lot more. Adrian Lozano with the push from behind, and Meisner gets under center and goes forward for a first down. A play that used to be illegal in football, but they made a change several years ago to do away with the illegality of pushing from behind, and the Orioles will split out in the same formation once again. Garindo top of the field. Shayatovich bottom of the field. Samson James in the pistol. Meisner takes the snap, hands off to James. James finds a hole, gets forward, hops over a defender, and gets down inside the 10-yard line at the 9. And the Orioles have a 7-yard gain, and it's going to be second down and about 3 to go. Ball spotted at the 10. They got to get to the 7. Two receivers near side, double tight for the Orioles. Samson James in the shotgun. Meisner hands it off to James up the middle. James gets forward. He's going to be close to a first down. They might stop the clock to measure here. Yeah, it's going to be just short. Call it 3rd down and about a yard. Orioles will likely bring their heavy formation back out again. And yes, they do. You got Lozano is going to be the H-back. Samson James dotting the I in the backfield. Single back. Meisner looking to quarterback sneak again, and he does so. But offsides is called before he can do it. And the Orioles will have a free first down inside the 5. Going to be 1st and goal from just inside the 5 for the Avon Orioles. Samson James has been one of the main bright spots for the Orioles this evening as he leads them in rushing and has led them down the field a couple of times tonight. And the Orioles will go with that single back formation once again. They might quarterback no. They'll hand it off up the middle to James. And James gets forward for a gain of about a yard. It's going to be 2nd and goal from the 2.
Damon Banks on the tackle for the Giants.
Second down and goal from about the 2-yard line. Garindo going to split out to the bottom of your screen. Double tight formation. Shayatovich in the slot. Samson James behind Meisner. Meisner takes the snap, hands off. Up the middle goes James. He reaches for the goal line. No indication, no indication. Touchdown, Avon. The Orioles are back on the board for the first time since the first half with 2:26 to go here in the third quarter. And the Orioles will look to go for two. Samson James takes the snap as the up back. He's going to be close. I don't think he got it. That is not good for the Orioles, as now they have to get two-point conversions with the remainder. Luke Shayatovich down there speaking with the official, wanting to make sure he's got everything squared away. And now we'll go down for special teams. And you got to believe the Orioles are going to do something to try to keep the ball out of the hands of the prolific return game of the Ben Davis Giants. So Person going to go back deep to receive this one. He's also got back there Elijah Ball, and number 12 is Hoskins, I believe. Yeah, Jermaine Hoskins back there with Person and Ball prepared to receive a deep kick. The left-footed Hydorn will look to get a boot into this one. And he is going to onside kick it. The Orioles have a chance. And it's going to be a scrum for it at the bottom of the pile, I think, and Orioles go on top of it. There's a scrum, and it's going to keep being fought for until somebody uncovers the pile. I think the Orioles got on it, but it may have been changed possession several times under the pile. Orioles are pointing their way. Orioles are pointing. The Orioles are pointing. Oh, and the Giants get possession. I believe that's a missed call right there. That is, we got several officials letting guys hop on the pile at the end from both sides, and that's something you can't let happen. Once that whistle blows, you got to really stop the extra. Coach Mark Bless out there about to the hash mark to try to figure out how this is even possible. But I got to wholeheartedly agree with Coach Bless there, because that's just a bad call. It was pretty clear that there was one Giant in the pile, and there were about 4 Orioles, and I just don't see any way that Mims could have kept the ball away from him down there. But, the call's made. Nothing's going to change it. We're going to move on and go down the field here. 3 receivers top of the field, 1 to the bottom. Adams in the backfield, Person in the backfield with Taylor. Taylor looking deep. Oh, and yeah, Jalen Peterson just grabbed a hold of the jersey of Thompson there and going to get called for a defensive holding. So Taylor's going to go in the same formation. 3 at the top of the field, 1 to the bottom. Person in the backfield. Drop back to pass. Taylor looking, giving chase for the Orioles. And Taylor breaks another couple of tackles. And he'll be taken down at about the 40-38. And he broke away from a couple tackles, but he gets taken down at the 38, where it'll be 2nd down and 8. Call it 2nd and 9 from the 38. 3 receivers to the near side, 1 at the top of the field. Hand off to Person up the middle. He gets forward and he's taken down He's shy of the first down. It's going to be third down and about 5 yards. The Orioles really need to come up with a stop here as the clock dwindles down towards 1 minute to go in the third quarter. Person off. Adams on. 3 receivers near side, 1 to the top of the field. Plenty of time on the play clock for the Giants. Taylor calls the cadence, rolls to the right again, looking, has a man wide open. Just wide open was Johnny Hoskins. Or excuse me, Jermaine Hoskins. Just wide open, nobody near him. And he gets forward for a first down. So, double twins. Adams in the backfield with Taylor. Sends a man in motion. Taylor drops back, looking, has a man on the slant. It's going to be enough. Oh, they're going to call it an incompletion. Oh, man, right there for the Giants was Brent Harris. And he couldn't quite come up with it. Back come the Giants. Double twins. Adams flanking Taylor to his right. Snap. Fakes the handoff. Does Taylor. And Taylor is ripped down in the backfield by the Orioles. Number 71. Skinner. That is Julian Skinner, the 5'7", 200-pound junior, coming in with a big tackle there. And that's going to make it third and long for the Giants. And we're going to roll it down inside the fourth quarter. We'll take a break, read some messages, and be back in a moment on AudioSportsOnline.com. Reynolds Body Shop has been family-owned and operated for 30 years, providing collision repair. They're located at 4325 West Washington Street in Indianapolis, just 4 stoplights east of 465. They're open Monday through Friday from 7:30 a.m. to 5 p.m. Learn more about them on the web at reynoldsbodyshop.com or by calling them at 317-243-2372. McNamara Florist has been in business since 1954 with 8 locations, including the Avon store on Rockville Road, and offer floral designs for various occasions. They're located at 9655 East Highway 36 in Avon and can be reached at 579-7900. Red Cobra Wrestling offers training sessions from Chad Red. They're located at 9233 East Highway 36 in Avon, across the street from Walmart and behind sidelines in the Red Brick Building. They offer sessions for all ages, including 3rd grade and under and 4th grade and up. Learn more at redcobrawrestling.com. Dr. Timothy Greer, DDS, and Dr. Christopher LaFave of Avon Dental Center have been practicing in Hendricks County for over 20 years. Located in Avon's Beechwood Center area, just east of ID Tech, they're open Monday through Friday, although early morning and weekend hours are available. More information is available by calling 317-272-8100. All right, so we will flip the script quickly for you, and the Giants will have it. 3rd and long, handoff to Adams, and wow, he got a long way in a short amount of time. You just don't see people moving that fast every day. Johnny Adams gets up the middle for an easy 15 yards and a first down for the Giants. So into the fourth quarter here, the Orioles trail by 3 touchdowns, 1 extra point, and 2 two-point conversions. A 43-20 lead for the Giants, and they're looking to push it they're looking to score 50 for the first time this year. Mims back there in the backfield with Adams. Taylor, the quarterback, looking to take the snap. Has two receivers stacked to the near side. Fakes the handoff to Adams. Now he's looking for the edge. He's looking. A flag is down. Taylor's going to get close, be just short of the goal line, but this one's coming back for a hold. The holding will push them back. It's going to be first and goal from about the 15 now. So the ball will be spotted at the 17-yard line, first and goal. But as we've seen several times tonight, the Giants can put it in from anywhere on the field. So if you're an Avon Oriole fan, you're just really hoping for a turnover. And I believe this is the first time tonight we've seen the Giants huddle up. As usual, it's 4-down territory for the Giants, as we haven't seen them attempt a field goal tonight. We've seen them kick a couple extra points, but no field goals. Double twins. Adams flanks Taylor to his right. And there's a whistle, delay of game, and that will make it first and goal from the 22. So the Orioles are moving the Giants in a positive direction after back-to-back Giant penalties. And again, first and goal from the 22. But again, uncommon athleticism from the Giants gives them a chance to bust any play from anywhere. Handoff up the middle to Adams, and he slips down. And he'll get taken down just across the line of scrimmage at the 21. It's going to be second and goal. Adams will come to the sideline. Person will come in. Double twins. Tunstall and Hoskins to the far side. Brock on the near side, that's Thompson on the near side, and handoff goes up the middle to Person, and he gets forward for about 6 or 7, but it's going to be third and goal from the 14-yard line of the Orioles, and the Giants will spread it out once again. Double twins. Person flanks Taylor to the left. Taylor takes the snap, hands it off up the middle to Person. He gets forward and put him down at about the 11, where it'll be fourth and goal. And it looks like the extra point team, the field goal team, will come on. And for the first time tonight, Torres, which Torres, the question, Isaac Torres, the left-footed Torres, will try a field goal attempt. Snap is back, hold is down, kick is up, and it looks good. And it is. The Orioles now trail by 4 scores. It's 46-20 with 8:54 to go in the ball game. It's just extremely unfortunate the way that the Giants have played the Orioles tonight, as really not a whole lot of negatives to say if you're an Oriole fan, other than the fact that these Giants are just really, really good. The Reynolds Body Shop has been family owned and operated for 30 years, providing collision repair. They're located at 4325 West Washington Street in Indianapolis, just 4 stoplights east of 465. Open Monday through Friday from 7:30 a.m. to 5 p.m. Learn more about them on the web at www.reynoldsbodyshop.com or call them at 317-243-2372. And the kick is away, and it's a short one again. It's going to be taken by Jalen Peterson at about the 25, and he'll get forward to about the 34, where the Orioles will have it, 1st and 10. Again, if you're the Orioles, what you're trying to do here is get some momentum going into next week, as you're going to play a very strong Hamilton Southeastern team. And you're also trying to not give away too much as to things that you could do in the sectional if you have to face off with Ben Davis once again. Meisner sends 3 receivers to the right side, 1 to the top of the field. James in the backfield with him. Here's a bubble screen to Garendo. Garendo looking to get around the edge. Can't quite do so. Gets knocked out at the 35 with a gain of 1. Flip the formation. Zion Davis to the top of the screen. Heaton to the bottom of the screen. Garendo and Shayatovich in the slot on the far side. Meisner drops back, looking, steps up, flips it to Shayatovich. He's got him. He's going to get forward down to about the 40, call it the 41 maybe. Nope, they're going to spot him at the 40, even though he reached the ball out to the 41. And it's going to be 3rd and 4. Same formation. James slotted to the right side of Meisner. Meisner drops back, looking, and he is hit hard and taken down for the sack. And the Orioles will call on the punt team. The Orioles are 1 guy short on the field right now. They got 10. Nope, they've got 11. Snap is back. Stimler gets the punt away. It's a good one. It'll hit at the 36 and start rolling. And it rolls and it rolls. And it's picked up by Tunstall, but he'll be smacked down by a couple of Orioles. And the Orioles will now head on defense. And the Giants will have less than favorable field position as they'll take it over at their 24-yard line.
Giants will be at 1st and 10 from their own 24-yard line.
Well, here come the Giants. Spread out. 3 receivers to the top of the field. 1 on the bottom. Adams in the backfield with Taylor. 7:10 to go here in the ball game. And the Orioles jump off sides. That'll be 5 free ones for the Giants, which is something they didn't need at all. Spot the ball at the 29-yard line. 1st and 5 for the Giants here in their own territory. Taylor calls the hard count. Now takes the snap, dropping back to pass, looking. He's got a couple guys, but he can't see them because he has to step up in the pocket. It'll get flushed, and he'll roll out. But this one's going to come back. That's in the area of an illegal block of some type, probably a hold. Nope, block in the back. It's going to be a 10-yard penalty, and we'll repeat the down on a play where he really didn't have to block in the back there. So it's a spot foul. So the Giants will come out. 3 receivers to the top of the field. It's going to be 1st and 2. Taylor rolls out to the right, looking. He's almost sacked, gets away, but he's still not brought down. And finally sacked after about 3 guys had hit him. That time it was 35 Spencer Strout in the backfield pulling him down. So it'll be 2nd down and about 8, call it 7, from the 27 of the Giants. 2 receivers to the near side, 3 receivers to the near side, 1 split out far side. Adams gets the handoff, and he's pulled down after a short gain by Julian Skinner, and it'll be 3rd down and 5. Double twins. Adams flanks Taylor to his right. 5:30 to go here in the ball game. Adams does not get the handoff. It's a pass to Thompson. Thompson breaks the tackle, and he's down to the 45. And another Giants 1st down. And we've said it a couple times tonight, just too many weapons as the Giants have the ability to put the ball wherever they want to so far tonight and pretty much just get things done. They'll go quickly once again. I'm kind of surprised they're not just trying to burn the clock out, but they want to get in as many plays as possible. And Taylor wrapped up again, but they can't pull him down once again. Another pass, he gets it away. A nice, strong pass, but I'm telling you what, Reese Taylor must be lined with some bacon grease because that kid can't be brought down on the first hit for anything. All right, so here we go. Top of the screen is 3 wideouts. Bottom of the screen is Thompson. Reese Taylor looking, flushed out of the pocket, looks over, has Tunstall, and Tunstall with another 1st down beats his man, and the Giants move the football once again. And Taylor's going to look deep. He's got him, man, and he hits him. And the Avon Orioles have just not had it tonight. Unfortunately, the Ben Davis Giants are just a better team on the field. The Orioles are giving everything they got. They haven't quit, and they won't. But you know, it's just unfortunate that right now the Ben Davis Giants have too many weapons out there. And you know it's just not in the cards tonight for the Giants or for the Orioles they blocked the extra point, so a little bit of momentum there, as that was number 14, Nathan Conley, on the blocked extra point. As I said, they may be down and they may be beaten, but they won't give off the air of defeat because the Orioles will never quit. I would not be surprised to see the Orioles go down, score a touchdown, and bring the ball back down the field for another onside kick. Even score a couple touchdowns before this game's over. That wouldn't surprise me because the Orioles have a lot of fight in them. But unfortunately, I think so far tonight, I think it's just been all Ben Davis. Pretty much from the opening snap, the Orioles had a quick first drive, a big touchdown from Samson James, and then the kickoff return for a touchdown followed that, and ever since then it's just been all Ben Davis all the time. So here's the kick away. Jalen Peterson takes it at the 25, gets down to the 35, where he'll be knocked out of bounds.
Once again, the winning number, 911-5218. Also, this friendly reminder, if it is not playing, the press box claims the winnings. Avon will begin first and 10 from their own 37-yard line.
First and 10 for the Orioles at their own 37. Lots of tight ends on the field this time. Jabin Carter takes it. He leaps over a defender, and he's got a first down for his first carry of the night.
Mitchell on the tackle for the Giants. First down, Avon.
So here's the handoff to the left side. It's Jabin Carter. He's got the wheels, and he's got another first down as Carter gets it forward. And Carter's got a little bit of momentum going, has a little bit of a change of pace. Samson James is really the power back, but Jabin Carter showing the speed as he gets around the edge for his second consecutive first down. So a lone bright spot of the evening right now for the Orioles is their rushing game. As here's a snap and another handoff to Jabin Carter. This time he's taken down in the backfield by the Giants. So here come the Orioles, back out again. Zion Davis near side. Jabin Carter will be at the top of the pistol. Lozano as the H-back, double tights, and 3:17 to go in the ball game. Jabin Carter breaks the first tackle, looking for the edge, breaks another tackle, but this time he is wrapped down in the backfield by number 5, Seth Johns. And he comes up from his safety position to make the stop on that play. Third down and long for the Orioles, and this could be one of the last times we see their offense on the field tonight. They can't pick it up. All right, so penalty called right there on the Orioles for, I believe, a hold, and this one's brought back to the 50. It's going to be 3rd and 21 now for the Orioles. Zion Davis split out to the far side. One receiver to the near side. Handoff goes to Carter. Lozano gets a block for him on the end. Carter breaks a tackle, gets forward, gets about 3, and it's going to be 4th down. And I'd be willing to venture a guess that the Orioles are going to punt this one away. The Giants will receive it, sit on it, kneel it, and we will go home with a final score of 52-20. As a huge second half from and Mason Stimler will take the snap, looks to get it away, and does. It's a high kick. It's going to hit just past the 25 and take an Avon bounce, and it'll stop at the 22 with 1:09 to go. We'll read some sponsor messages one more time this evening. Reynolds Body Shop has been family-owned and operated for over 30 years, providing collision repair. They're located at 4325 West Washington Street in Indianapolis, just 4 stoplights east of 465. See them on the web at reynoldsbodyshop.com. McNamara Florist has been in business since 1954 with 8 locations, including the Avon store on Rockville Road. They're located at 9655 East Highway 36 in Avon and can be reached at 579-7900. Red Cobra Wrestling offers training sessions from Chad Red at 9233 East Highway 36 in Avon. They're just behind sidelines in the Red Brick Building and offer sessions for all ages. Learn more at redcobrawrestlingacademy.com. Timothy Greer, DDS, and Dr. Chris LaFave of Avon Dental Center have been practicing in Hendricks County for over 20 years, located in Avon's Beechwood Center area, just east of Ivy Tech, open Monday through Friday, although early morning hours are available. More information is available by calling 317-272-8100. All right, so looks like a lot of JVers out there right now for the Giants, and this is what we'll see tomorrow as we join you at 10 a.m. from Avon High School for the JV contest between the Giants and the Orioles. There's a run there for Mims. We won't see him tomorrow, as he has played a good portion of this game. And that's going to bring up 3rd down. And it's going to that'll bring up a 1st down, maybe, if the officials will communicate. All you got to do is spot the ball, guys, and we can go home. Quit wasting time, spot the ball, and let's go home. Yeah, yes, sir. He would wind the clock if you would spot the ball. The official's asking him to wind the clock, and the guy won't even put the ball down. So we'll wind the clock, and we'll get ready to go home. The Giants will get a snap in. They'll snap, they'll kneel, and that'll be the ball game. And so we'll have very little post-game show for you tonight, as we got to get home and get to bed so we can bring you tomorrow morning's game. We will bring a recap of the game tonight, tomorrow morning. So if you want to hear the recap of tonight's game, please join us tomorrow morning at 10 a.m. on AudioSportsOnline.com as we bring you the audio version of Ben Davis and Avon JV squads tomorrow morning. Thank you so much for myself, Marcus Fredwell, Jason Dozier, Rob Kendall, and everybody at AudioSportsOnline.com. We want to thank you for joining us for the final time tonight. This is Marcus Fredwell saying so long, sports fans.